blue suit on, nothing to lose. I dissolve into forever. Blue suit blues.
A pleasant good afternoon, good morning, good evening based on your location. Welcome to Phoenix Radio 102.7, the official voice of Tottenham University. The program you are about to listen to is called The Business Beat, and The Business Beat is a program produced by the College of Business and Administration, and it is brought to you every Wednesday 2 to 3 p.m. The Business Beat is a program where we discuss important issues in business, education, and society. And today, we are honored to have a guest from the Human Resource Department, who happens to be the Vice President of Human Resource, who will be talking on the topic building prosperity through saving, investing, and planning ahead. And this topic will help us understand how to save, how to invest, and how to plan for the future. So if you are listening to our radio line, please stay tuned so that this program can be a benefit to you. So now we move to CWB to hear from our guest. Good afternoon, Mr. Kuman, for the benefit of the audience. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good afternoon. My name is Tadia Samad, and my position is Assistant Vice President for Human Resources and Compliance. And I also serve as an adjunct faculty in the College of Business and Administration. So it's good to be here. Thank you for hosting me and having me on your show, Valerie.
Thank you, Mr. Komen. Thank you. You're welcome. So our topic for today is building prosperity through saving, investing, and planning ahead. So we want to know, what does that mean?
Thank you so much. I think it's a fun topic, and it suits all of us where we are, what we want to do, because there's no anyone who would not want to prosper.
Sure.
So we all know the word prosperity. You're looking at good fortune, looking at success, you're looking at youth in everything we do. But then how do we get prosperity? If you look at our society, we talk about something called the economy. So we all do is this: we go to school to get a degree, to get a career, and you want to work to have money from salaries. There are folk who also invest in businesses. There are people who have talent and they sing music, or they write poem, or they write books. The end result is to make you to support the kind of life you want to have as a person. And then sometimes you will say, "Oh, this person is successful, but the person is prospering." And then that should give you an idea of actually what prosperity actually is. Also, it could be a continual process where you're doing something, you do well at it, and like really friendly, for example, could be prospering if a broadcast have a good view on the programs are doing well, uh, they make a lot of progress because they is a kind of prospering radio station. The staff yeah, happy and doing well. Like for example, Tubman University as an institution, people can talk about the success and they prosper to the oh,
Yeah.
TU is prospering. Why you think you saying that? Because they're looking at all of the good things. Despite challenges we're going to be around, but we talk about so that's how we should understand prosperity. So we bring that back to your personal life,
Yeah.
and then you understand what am I doing that I can say I'm prospering. I came from elementary, I went to high school, I graduated, I went to college. Uh, been so healthy, I was blessed, I graduated from college, and I advanced. Maybe I got a job, I worked 1 2 years, then I went to do my advanced studies, got a master degree, and then you back to service, you're working in a position, you can help your mom, help your dad, you can say a house, car, you can even start a family. Someone will say the guy. That's right, yeah. Or the business. But then the other part of the measure is you measure savings.
Saving, investment. Yeah.
Now, those are tools that can actually be used towards investment if we look at the aspect of business. I will actually draw a picture from our personal life, institutional growth. But let's look at the word savings.
Yeah.
Um, First, let's take an example for someone who is working for salary. So if you don't have money coming, you can save. So there should be the income from somewhere.
To save.
You can save that. It could be from salaries if you are employed. It could be even students saving money from some of your allowances.
Okay.
Oh, you love it. It could be saving some for the part-time jobs you do.
Sure.
Yeah. Then that goes back to investment.
Yeah.
So you can also invest if you don't have money that money came up to save or money you got from somewhere.
Okay.
So if someone gave you $1,000 US right now, uh, that money you don't just invest it because investment go plan investment.
Sure.
Maybe you put in an account or more money account and start to plan your investment. So you now take it from saving to start investing in an idea, something that you think can make profit for you. So investment is basically a concept, something that you will test. You look at the environment and say, okay, if I put $1,000 in this thing, in 2 months, I can get $300 for it. Or every 1 month, I can get $100 US for it. So in the course of 2 months, I can get my capital back. Then you have 2,000 out of 1,000 then 10 months ago.
Yeah.
That's the power in investment. But then it goes back to saving. There will come a time when saving cannot be invested.
Sure. Sure.
You understand? So these are a few things I can talk about when it comes to saving and investment, and when it comes to that of prosperity.
Okay. Okay, you just mentioned something about sometimes saving cannot be a blessing. What do you mean?
So, for example, um, let me use an example of maybe myself.
Okay.
So, every month I take some salaries and I put it in, or I put it, leave in the bank. In EcoBank, for example, many of us around here use EcoBank for account IB Bank. So, let's use TU employees as an example. So, all of the folks use EcoBank for their salary.
Okay.
So, if you left your salary in your account from January to this month, you can call that arbitrage
Okay.
because it's going to be just sitting and it's not growing. Because if you left 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000 in your account, you even experience deduction because the bank got charges. You will see additional $100 every month. So in that kind of saving, then it becomes arbitrage.
Oh,
So you don't make money on top of the 5,000 you kept there in January. So for example, if you just put the money in Equity Red this July, maybe you put $10,000, just leave it for life. And goes well in December. You're not gonna get additional income.
okay. No, there's no
But
interest.
if you take that $10,000 and you have an idea to invest in, so you put that $10,000 in the business, will give you even 5% or 10% growth.
Mm-hmm.
That is expressed over the month. So 10% growth on 10,000 every month. Go up the come out the challenges. So 10% growth on 10,000 every month. Goes to December. For now, December 6 months,
6
right?
months. Yes.
Yeah, 5 to 6 months, right? You may have generated close to 10% of the capital.
Okay.
So the capital is 10,000. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why the rich different from the quote unquote poor. So their mind works about always making the money work for them
Mm-hmm.
instead of they use the money around the time. So when money work for you, that's investment.
Okay.
They go back to the definition you wanted.
Yes.
When money is kept, of course, now we keep money in the bank, we save money, we get low rates, which means it's not going to lose because it's in the bank. And is it low rate? Is it low rate?
Yeah.
Low rate will mean the bank will have issues.
Yes.
But it's not easy for them to have because you lost your money. The bank also secured by the central bank of Liberia.
Yes.
Okay, so when something happens, some thing reconstruction can go where you get the money back. The bank can be insured at times as well. But that saving, you just kept the money. It's not growing, it's there. Okay. Now you have low risks. The money is on low risks. I mean the chance of the money losing is very small. But you also have no growth.
Okay.
The chance of the money growing, you can get it. But for investment, you got a chance of growth
Sure.
or the chance of growth, but it also have risks attached to investment. Because mind you now, if you use, for example, gasoline, diesel, or the more called petrol fuel, the prices are high now, right?
Yeah.
And you see it's come from more bringing them to the local market. So the guys who bring them over are wholesale, and the guys bring them and sell it to the retailers who down sell to the manufacturers and cars.
Yes.
Now, if you go to Moravian, for the broker, those guys have license, have PRC and importers. So they have a certain price you have to buy from them. So yeah, you take 1 gallon, a gallon, eventually as in the 6,000 gallons. You have to also transport it
Sure.
to Maryland. Now, buying a transport, you need the money to buy a transport, you need the capital.
Yes.
But do you need a risk attached to that investment? That truck could be into accident in Katakata,
Yes.
or in Bakasi, the broke. Why is the driver and the truck not divert?
Run off.
Let it go. But then again, you want to show risks. You're not going to receive 6,000 Ghana if you pay for 6,000 Ghana.
Yes.
You're going to receive less than 6,000 Ghana. So by buying that product, you already have an established loss. Just money being the 6,000, you don't have it anymore in cash. You have it minus 18. You also have to bring that in. You got to reach there. The more you stay, the
Yes.
guy is such.
Yes. Sure.
So when it comes to the hypermarket or pure market, you have to have customers that can come and take it from you. Like someone that want 1,000 gallons, someone that want 3,000 gallons, 500 gallons. Those guys will not sell in the market jar to the retailer.
Yeah.
The other retail sales will sell to start consuming 1 gallon, what they call the pompoen, all those kind of things will happen, right? Now, your money already developed. So you try now to set at a certain price you have to be able to get a capital.
Yeah.
Because of the transportation, you're losing and make money on the now, that's the investment. And you get honest to the cash, the whole investment. So when you put your money in something, you gotta understand what you're doing. You don't just put your money in something because everybody wants to invest in it. That's why most of the businesses around are collapsing.
Yes.
And it's not a good thing for the future because all the businesses collapse, all start to collapse, then we start to lose too much opportunity of business people in our economy. Then you have people sort of be paying taxes. You have people sort of getting jobs. I'm not going to be there anymore. Then we're going to have a problem. Money will be not circulating in the country.
Sure.
When investors start in their businesses, they will start to have growth in our economy.
Sure.
And there are more we talk about when it comes to habits towards investment, towards growing, and all go back to prosperity. So now I'll ask the question to anyone listening, like, why are we not prospering? We have an economy to invest in, we have money working for, why are we not prospering? But it goes back to our habits, our behavior, our attitude, the economic trends, the growth and things. So I just talk to you now, maybe like
Yes.
I suppose save money to use it for not income,
Okay.
not to make income. Suppose save money. I could save money for my birthday. When that happens, I'm not gonna make new money or additional money on that day.
Okay.
You could save money to fix your hair, to buy clothes. You save money for Christmas. You're not gonna get return on the money you save. So you save money, right? But you didn't invest it. You spend it on maybe you buy a car. Is the car used for transport or used for private use? Is that your only source that you use? Then the same investment is like an asset. When you invest, You invest in assets. But asset mean, I give you things that have value. I give you return that have value for you. For example, real estate. Maybe you bought land. You know, land always appreciate.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
you sell it,
depreciate.
you buy
Yeah.
it today 1,000. You bought a lot of lands around, for example. Maybe at the price of 1,000, 1,000 per slot.
Yeah.
And you bought 10 of them. So you spend 10,000. You prepare everything. You spend additional money up to 12,000 to get everything lawfully settled. So those are your investment in real estate. After 2, 3 years, so many folks get interest around you now. And they want to buy land. Let me say 1,000 there.
Sure, sure.
Maybe you will say each lot 1,005 or 1,007 after 3 or 4 years. So that's 2,000 for that. So we look at the money you invested, now you said it now. You have made so much money over that period. Yeah, the investment was started, but you get the money later. So it was an asset that you invested your money in.
Sure.
Why if you invested in the stock? You know what a stock is. You invest money in a stock. Somebody can buy a share in the finance.
Okay,
That
sure.
could be a stock. You invested in a bond. You invested in a bond. Bond is just the government telling you, say, we want to take your money from you. You know, this is a capital state, right?
Yes.
So the government will take money from you and give you interest rate on the money. That's the one they call it.
Okay.
So the government want more money for the citizen, all they invest in the country, the money guys. They increase the interest on the bond. So I can say, hey, let me take my 100,000, 200,000, and give it to the central bank. The government need to use that money for other things. So they say, okay, if you give me 100,000, this is the interest rate. What 2%? Get 3-4%. So it increase my interest to send my money to them and leave it for a certain period of time. It means when I go for money, I don't have 100,000, 110, 125, 130. Those are the kind of different investments.
Yeah.
But we look around all of the discussion for now. Let's talk about the kind of business around. They were talking macroeconomics, the MI, those who look at survival, other kind of things. So you look at and you have people doing financial market, money, transfer. People also doing talk about the gas thing.
Yes.
People have shops, they lines, and people have garages. People also doing trust, taking people to sleep. Yeah. So people are doing those things as a result of having and they bought a taxi at a certain price to put it on Harbor Plane and you have to buy gas for everything to transport passengers. People want to go to sleep, the car was poor. If now you decide to travel, you will get sick.
Yes.
You gotta feed your family. You have all of this expenditure on the car. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So those are the kind of investment. So when you invest money, it suffer because of the responsibility. But again, financial success or prosperity is not accidental. Yeah, it's not accidental. It's something that is a process. It takes time. And I think this is a very good topic for us
Sure.
to continue having the kind of I think because it deals with what we do every day.
Sure.
Yeah.
And for you in the human resource department, this is a topic good for your people. So let's look at work. Why is saving the foundation to wealth creation? To be
So when you use the word
worthy.
foundation,
Yeah, wealth
when you use the
creation.
word foundation,
Yeah.
I would want to agree at that point.
Okay.
But then I would disagree that saving give up wealth.
Okay.
Yeah, because I save money. What was my intention saving the money? It's when you get talking about wealth.
Okay.
So I don't have a habit of investment. I don't know about investment. I don't like to invest. I only save money to public. I save it to buy a car, to just have my wife and children to teach,
Okay.
to school, to live, to outreach. I say we want to outreach.
Yeah.
I want to talk about how we live early. Um, you save money to get married.
Yeah.
So sometimes saving a big foundation but it can be actually what good.
Okay.
So, but the money was safe, and then for the intention of investment
Yeah.
that you can work on actually and can prosper, then we can say that savings serves as a foundation for that wealth. Now, how keeping deeper wealth from riches?
Yes.
That's another whole discussion.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing about your topic on the economy. That
Yes.
you want to
Yeah.
because being wealthy, if you look at it versus being rich, they're quite not the same. Yeah, they could be the same, but not the same because sometimes when people are rich, they can disappear in a minute. When people are wealthy, they're not sustainable, even if you give them money. Because some people, if they do something invest in business, right? Some family have what the family business. They are known in community that this is a family business. If you went to big economies, like big countries, there are some family who just make money. They have wealth.
Okay.
Some of them invest in, they are trading in apple farms. If you want to South Africa, there are company that set their business. Grandchildren, wherever they come away with money. Yeah.
That's
So
all.
they
Really
have
business.
very good wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could be rich because you're not rich. Live in a city mansion, have a city cars, have certain cash coming, and using it, you live in a lifestyle, traveling to Dubai, these, all these things. And one day you just all your money from and then you go out to poverty.
Yes.
Or some
Yes.
have money, then maybe when your child grows, you get money, you know. But where other parents, employers, and the money can never stop there. Yeah, even when they are the military school to learn about the business because you gotta keep making sure you know whatever it is and do even more because time teaching now, huh? Why you invest in yesterday and take it will still be around, will have different ways of succeeding today. I give you a quiet example when I was just coming with people. My uncle and friends and many big brothers who I see in the youth, when I go to play where I see them, they used to invest into the war business.
Okay.
Even my dad was in the war business. But I read, I think it was a number of problems, so you know a little bit of it.
Yeah, sure.
I'll go to the farms, rent these local farms from local owners, poor people who can tap, and they will buy the chopping cups, they will buy the knives, they will buy the rice. These were the investment expenditures. So you rent the farm because you don't own the farm. So you lease the farm. And then the idea is that those workers will tap on the farm you have now as a broker or as a farmer. You will now take the robot and tap for everyone and sell to somebody who is in town buying rubber at a wholesale level. That person will also take the rubber to China or to find someone you might give you some to sell at a higher price. They will not take the rubber to the international market. Where the rubber is trying to finish products, different things are made, tire, bucket, this and that. So our people employed not thinking about how we affect them internationally.
Yeah.
So that when rappers get all that message, it will affect us in people. When China started producing the favorite rappers started to follow, like it was a drama in people. This is a friendly school, and we're following. Whereas you have so much money in the farm. In fact, you have like maybe 2 in the water. Absolutely, water in the water to maintain the weight, so you can scale it up.
Yes.
So my uncle keep it 10 and taking that one, sell every morning. Boom, boom, price drop. From 1,000 per ton to 500 per. The is a drop. So do you know how much that guy has? We're actually selling the if you sell that rubber now, he cannot even cope with the expenditures credited from the store to take the rice and even pay the tap after the tap. That's how most of them go out of the business. So it's a trend, very important business. So while we're making money yesterday, will still be around, will be different today. Things are not like before. So when you have a family or you have a business person, you also gotta be able to have that in that mindset to keep looking at what's happening and how you can change, how you can read the money to something, or you can change the things in the business. If you go to the restaurant around Liberia,
Mm-hmm.
restaurants have some restaurants don't have menu. Do you know why? Customer taste the money. You can keep doing like doing the same thing all the time. It's better. So I went to the restaurant. I was doing the same tablecloth. Now I got my food. The same tablecloth today. And he said, "I can't eat it. I'm making food. I'm not gonna come there.
Okay.
How can I even get a friend on a date to that place? But you made some money though. Put the money back into the business. Get some
Yes.
people. Up elevate the menu, upgrade the menu. Get people to feel renewed to come to the place. These are business attitudes that we need to learn. We just put it money, you get them 150 dollars, they are going to business, but the business is not growing. Another part of the attitude is the business environment. As soon as we start investing, we want to start eating the profit. I'm not talking about reinvesting.
Okay.
And sometimes we put money in the bank, like loans or something. And when we take the money from the bank, we buy a car. We take the money from the bank, we launch a big party. Take the money when we start paying. I will tell you for free today. If I take money from the bank, I can never use it to pay the house. Now, me, I take money from the bank.
Yes.
Don't forget,
I gotta pay back. Yes, that's true.
I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay the house. So because pay, I can take money from the bank.
Yes.
I can take money from the bank to invest. After I calculate now that investment, we return the bank money. After I return the bank money in a year, I now have the capital to say I own money.
Yes.
I can now continue the investment. And whatever it gives me, I can start building a project. Or I want to take half of the money I take before. So I can create two streams of income already.
Yes.
Or I can bigger income. Because maybe the business wants to expand now because I did so good. And when the business expands, I'm making money. I can still pay the business and still have 0.5 of the capital. And be having some of the profit. I can start doing something for myself. And also too, the unnecessary burden we create for ourselves to get our principles to prosper. Imagine I'm a student in the business college or in agriculture college. I ain't got no money coming in. I don't know. Besides, somebody pay my school fees and somebody give me some money in the month because my daddy, that money they give me, they come to school, it's for me to eat. Instead, so I get that one.
Sure.
It's not survival. This is not the main family. I'm not saying nature can exist like this, but you have education. You guys are maybe making babies. With another young woman who's a student like yourself.
Yeah.
In the end, happening to you, you create a feeling of resentment. You blame officials of government, you blame family members, you want them now to take care. In the morning, you know, the responsibility you don't have shown up for you. So your frustration makes you so angry.
Yeah.
It makes you so angry. But if you read on Facebook, and that is some folks. But nobody brought it on you. And that also goes down to even the business people. Most of them, when they start to do business, they cross so much we have issues, we have existing obstacles that business people have to confront with. So then you bring in your personal obstacles, business not going to survive. And when business not survive, you're not going to get national development because hey, how can we contribute to taxes? Yeah. So I hope I'm getting to what you're trying to let the public know about. Sorry, I'm
Define
not hearing you.
investing from saving. So let's talk about financial planning. Why is it important? Financial
Financial
planning.
planning.
Yeah.
So financial planning is very key. Like I also think about financial discipline.
Okay.
If you want to be okay, you want to the first you need to understand that a healthy financial product is very good for individual, institutional safety and growth.
Okay.
So what I mean when I say financial planning. So you've been hearing about budgeting,
Yeah.
yeah, spending, income, budgeting. So financial planning can easily be explained to the audience like this. When you have to sit down now and you expect some money in July 26,
Yes.
and I know some of you expecting some money right now. So you want to know what are the essential, how much I'm gonna get first.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get from my collection around for 81 lakhs with potential gain to me. So my potential income will be 500. How am I gonna spend the money?
Okay.
If I don't make plans to spend the money, that is what go for food and how long I want to go for.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna just get enough money like randomly. I want to put some money to clothes,
Sure.
but do I really need clothes right now?
That's the question.
I need school, maybe I need transportation. Yeah, that one I can compromise. I need food, can I compromise? So I did the whole list. I got clothes, I got food, I got rent.
Yes.
Uh, wearings, which is clothes that we have rent, we have food, we have transportation. Maybe I put something that in case I get sick because it's gonna be raining in August and September. So yeah, me, I'm not a businessman, but I do financial planning. I ain't got no money anyway, but I do financial planning. That's a sign of something for even people who are in school and people who are out of school who don't have money coming regularly. We'll get to those that have money coming regularly. So when I did that list, I look at it for people that the shoes I have is cheap for the semester. They are not small. What am I trying to impress you? Okay, maybe I need a little bit. So I said, okay, if you got more shirts or more dresses, we can say well. So in case I need to buy clothes, means I'll buy less shoes because shoes are expensive and buy more dresses or more shirts as a man. So you planning financially, you making your budget. Then you look at food, you say the cafeteria could be option for me when I go to school. Oh no, I'll cook at home.
Yes.
So I'll make soup that goes for 2 days. So planning as someone who don't have regular income. And then you do the same for him. You say, I will be careful to see the guy the right. So you might
Yes.
go malaria. It's expensive to get malaria. Allergy doesn't kind of free, but sometimes they ask you to buy pills. And getting sick is not a good thing anyway. Then you talk about paying your rent. You have to pay your rent because you have to be sheltered. So you do all the kind of thing in the budget. That's financial planning you are doing right now. Now what it does is save you from troubles. If you don't do that, the money the fire come to you, you might have used it on only one of the items we get listed. But then the other items still existing. Then who gonna be crazy running around the place? You. Who gonna be in trouble? That's why I say people look so stressed about money. They will do now things that they're supposed to do for the money. So now they lose the rent, they lose the house, they go stay with friends. So now they go hungry the whole time. They can't eat on time anymore because they didn't do financial planning. Sometimes now they get sick, they got to start calling again people for money. So you become a burden to other people because of your poor financial plan or your no financial plan. And so in a very common way, I like to put it that way because maybe people won't understand. Yeah, on the big scene it's kind of different. Now if you making income, you getting salaries. Maybe your income after taxes, everything you're working for PIH or TU or CRC, your total income after everything, which is the net salary, is $700. The question to yourself is, what am I doing about this money? Maybe that kind of people they can plan in period. So you do financial planning, that kind of person you plan in period if you're doing well for yourself. So I make 700 out of US, but what my monthly expenditure looks like, what my family size, what my responsibility size. If you don't have unnecessary responsibilities, then you want to look at the necessary ones. So you say you don't have a house. So 700 per month times 6 months, this is the money. Every month I will spend the money. Okay, this month I will take out the next 2 months I will cover the rent for the year. I will be eating 150. I'll transfer. So in the end I save maybe 200. The other one goes to other important things. I'm not going to launch any big purchases right now because I need the money to do this. If you have kids, you have to budget for the fees if you're going to come in the 6 months. So you look at the income size first and you don't spend more than what you earn. That's one of the key things of financial planning. You don't spend money while you earn. If you start spending money while you earning, I can get the money go money while you earning, you are running into serious trouble. Then you start crediting from people. And mind you now, this is one of the crazy things and smart things that's very bad. It's gonna called debt trap. When you start spending money while you earning, what it means for you, Valerie? You got $700 this month and you spending $900. There's a negative of $200. You gotta go credit that money from somewhere. If now, mind you now, if you want to credit that money and the interest rate is high, you're getting more debt. You in there with yourself, you in there with somebody in there with interest. So most of the brothers and sisters around here lives in debt, lives in just that kind of trouble. So when the money kind of goes, you save the debt, you recredit, they won't call you a balance. La bread balance called DO cover. You see that? So but when you financially discipline, then you start to, even though life circumstances could drive us sometimes, but not all the time. So you realize when you understand financially, if you discipline financially, if you're not financially, emotionally, or intelligent, you will do well with a little money. And you can even grow a little money. And when you start to manage a little one well, when the big one comes, you can do well with it. Because from the small one, the big one comes. I think God can bless people based on you see how serious that too. Yeah, you can start making little money. I see some folks who would just get some joy to feed and the minute party money, even the HR. So I pray, but I gotta say that. The party money, the HR. The money, even the vice president, administrator, they're doing a lot of things. You gotta take that with the assignment when you start making money. Yeah, so yeah.
The topic is so interesting. To our listeners, we will open the line soon, but for now, we want to go ahead with the questions for you people to listen, and then you can call to make a contribution or you can ask questions. So, Mr. Kume, we want to know what are some of the common mistakes people make that stop them or prevent them from becoming wealthy. Some
Um
financial mistakes.
yeah. Let's first look at our daily lives.
Okay.
I started to work with CRC.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't have money before. Now I'm a big boy. I'm making some cool cash. The next you know, the girl I was dating, either I leave her or I her up. Hmm? You know that liability growing right there. Our habits, our attitude, behavior, one of the key factors that God want all others to succeed. Let me be biblical a little bit. I'm a Christian. He wants all others to succeed. Alright, let's do that. Let's switch a little bit. I'm not being religious here, but okay, I will tie it to the foreigners in this country, the Lebanese. They don't come with a lot of money to our country. But later they become big boss and even they take our women because they can be the one that try to get money. They don't come with money, they come with planes and some little money, then they go to the bank, they take real money and invest the money. You find the brothers and sisters or wherever the brother can be serious about the business. You don't find them wearing fun nice clothes at the moment, you find them just working. You go to the place called Opotos in River, you guys are in the kitchen cooking. Yeah, they ready, they do everything as family, they work together. And one of the factor also for us that I will talk about. Yeah, a Liberian brother must say a piece of job. Oh, now we want to even elect the lawmakers or the men who've been working for 50 years or 20 years. Want to have things that people who've been in the struggle or who've been working for a long time. How can I think about driving the same car on a P. Majue is driving? Or Anthony William who is in government or uh, Dr. Menji is driving? How can I think about that? No. Yeah, I can't, why would you even think about that? I cannot set my expectation to that level. My little money I'm making, the next thing you know now, friends, I think how I can have those friends. I want people to see me. Hey, let me tell you the truth, money don't like noise. But we make a lot of noise around our money. Now one of the reasons we can grow. We make so much noise around our money. Money don't like noise. You don't like no, but people move around like when you think you have a lot of money, can you buy yourself a private jet? No. Think about the big things you need. for the future that you can have now, and then you know your money is a little money. When Donald Trump step doing crypto to make more money, they think he got more money. When Mark Zuckerberg is trying to make more money every time changing features on Facebook, and they think you have money. Lionel Messi, let's say sign contract play football at 39. See how let's say going to start to make more money. Did he have money? Mind you, we start to make $1,000. There are some natural expenditures that are going to come. You gotta take care of them. But you gotta be disciplined again, be careful with them. Or you are gonna also grow more. But what if you stay into the move like it was before when you didn't have a job? You're not making $1,000 and you don't have $1,000 to earn more. But you discipline and said, yeah, it is a good food to be knowledgeable, to also be healthy. You wait in that same old year room until a year pass and you go out to saving and you save some of the money that will come in. Before you change your apartment, before you change your inside, but as soon you got a letter of employment because you saw the figure, you went straight to credit, new bed, new dresser. You want to get can visit you should be convinced that the company have, crossed over to the next level. So the reasons. So that those are the habits. Another one, we don't work together in business. We Liberians. Everybody want to be your own boss. We don't work together. Do you know partnership succeed in doing business when there's sole proprietorship? When you all come together, three, four, and take our, they will say every month we put 500 US in one account. After 10 months or 1 year, we're gonna invest that money in something. The first script is the number of saving we're gonna do. 500 times 4, that's $2,000 times 12. So 1,000 times 12, that's 12,000 times 2 of that at 24, right? Good. That money, do you know the kind of investment we can establish in Maryland? We will invest it together because we are full. We're going to tackle the challenges with different ideas. We're going to manage it well. That 224,000 going to start giving, or maybe 1 5 every transaction or every period. We're not going to share the 1 5. We'll get it back to our account. After 6 months of profit making and challenging first, because the business will experience challenging first. That's the screen of working together as an empire, building empire. We can reinvest and grow and expand. Business growing, meaning business grow through outlet or expansion. If you started in Happen, you go to Plymouth, you go to Fishtown, you get new branches. That business growth, right? You can put more capital and do more and reach other more customers. You know the boss around one? Maybe those 4 people are TU employees, they don't have the time to manage the business. We'll not bring one picking, my man quit there, not making a lot of money, but we're not putting behind the business. He making 300 per month on it after the month period on your commission. Oh, he even doing more social thing than that is. And you must have who invested the money. In fact, the young man failed to account. The next thing you know, the capital will be affected because the product will lost. He's not serious anymore. He doesn't open the business soon in the morning because he sleeps up to 9 o'clock. How can he become big boy in no time? Because he's so complacent in no time. Liberians, we feel that we can use, we said we could arrive. That arrive there, how long we can stay in the struggle? So you get plenty of former money boys around the place. Say we're in the front, they close the bar before and say chilly. And because the girls got sympathy, they can say love to them. And get from the senior men and share with them. That's not fake. But truth be told, I want to be tough on this stuff. He affected me who's been last year. I invested some money in a business. And a young man traded the business for failing. And he knows that the business is free. So how will impact the company? So in the end, suppose and that keep the money in the bank, where the money not gonna go and not out of cash. So those are some of the foundations of the investment in prosperity. And don't see as a job opportunity. You got your team. You the money you make in your business, you make more than that money
Sure,
a
sure.
month. You come here every month, every day. I mean, in the morning you have to be here before 9 o'clock and start work and go on less than 5 o'clock. Okay? And end of the month, you take around no matter who is using the investment, the man taking 1,000 to 1,005, and the man like, but the man change, the man can even move around to other things. The man making decision, the man feel good, he power. You credit for that man. He call you boss man, you pay money to him, but really he the real boss. Those food boys are the real bosses for us. They come as chief to pay them our money to take things for them. But they are the real bosses. We just like titles and big show, but they are the real bosses. So you look at that picture actually.
Yeah.
Now the other part of it to go back, we fail to work together in higher district.
Yeah, working
We
together.
work together, we do well, but we fail to work together. We don't want to do it together. Everybody want to own something for themselves. Nobody want to submit. Nobody want to be in partnership. Nobody wants to do things that will end up promote or unity and do well for us. But everybody wants to be on their own. And most of the time, partnership can really easily succeed in this sole proprietorship. Trust me. Sorry, I'm not getting you. I'm not hearing you. Sorry.
Are you getting me now?
No, I'm hearing you.
Okay, thank you. I said this topic is so interesting, but we have to go for a 2 minute break. And when we get back, we'll continue with the discussion and open line for our listening audience to call. So now we go for 2 minutes break. Thank you.
It's all I can feel. Melody deep, so smooth and so real. In the still of the night, it's where I
Hi,
belong.
my name is Theophilus Jilipa Nelson I. I am the founder and CEO of Lift Africa LLC. Lift Africa started as an employment agency that sought the employment of immigrants coming to the US and finding ways and means to go to start life in this great your country. Now we have added airport pickups and drop, car rental, hall rental. As you see, we have a new business location. Started with just a little office part, but today we have a whole complex that we can do a lot of stuff with.
Hello everyone, my name is Geneva Kretz. I'm the Executive Administrator of Uplift Africa. We have an excellent employment rate at our company. We work with and for you regardless of your situation. If you've ever been in prison, maybe your background isn't great, do not worry. We have a place for you here. We believe in equal opportunity for everyone, especially you. So sign up today and begin earning.
My name is Emmanuel B. Horton, Operational Director for Live Africa. Live Africa is the place to be.
Excuse. We share the silence.
Welcome back. Thanks for rejoining us. If you have been with us and if you have just joined, we are discussing building prosperity through saving, investing, and planning ahead. And we are honored to have our guest, the Vice President for Human Resource, Mr. Thaddeus Kume, who is driving us through this discussion. So if you are in Radio Land and you have been following us and you want to call to make your contribution, you can call these numbers 088-019-1972, 088-019-1972, or better still 0770 571010, 0770 571010. Thank you. Mr. Kuman, welcome back, sir. This topic is interesting. I can see a lot of people are watching, and I believe people will call to make input and ask questions as well. So, our next question, we have been talking about saving, planning, investing. So, we want to know, can banks help individuals achieve their financial goals? Banks.
Yeah, banks.
Yeah.
Um, I like to also refer to them as financial institutions so that I can hold them more accountable for what you want us to talk about. When you say bank, maybe they'll be thinking about when you go deposit that money and you go withdraw our money and you do the ATM thing and that what they're here for. No. Um, they are financial institutions. They should be here to help the government to end poverty, to alleviate our people from poverty. They should be here. Now, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking business. The financial institutions are not just there to keep our money. First of all, do you know that they don't keep money? The money you put to the bank, you save your money is out of cash, but to them it's not out of cash. The bank comes out to look for people to borrow the money. The reason they don't give it to you because you don't have a good plan, you don't know trusted, you don't have a concept that they can invest in. If you are like that, they will run after you to give you money. You will not go to them. The bank will come to you to do the paperwork at your place. The bank will not call you. You don't have to go to the bank if you have a concept or a good avenue for investment. Because the bank, if the bank keeps the money in that cover, in that bank, how will she pay her employees? How will she make profit in the year? So the whole idea with the bank is to take people money, the United States saving, but the bank investing. But the bank have big investments around the world. You look at EcoBank, it's not only in Liberia, right? I went around, I saw EcoBank in many countries. If you look at RBA is in Liberia, I don't know where you sit, but they are here in Liberia. But you look at EcoBank, other banks. So if I will listen to the name of the Liberian Development Bank for Development, LBDR, why they attach development to the bank? Because the bank drive success as well. And you all know we need money to do things. So the question was, can the bank? I'm not getting sorry.
Can banks or financial institutions help individuals achieve their financial goals?
Yeah. So the question remains: what is the financial goal?
Yeah.
So if your financial goal is business, then the bank can also be good to you.
Okay.
Now, business means serious, though. Business means minus all the attitude we describe that can stop up prospering, right? So we assume you to be a great mind for business, serious about investment. The bank can be a help. So initially you can have money to grow your business, but you start a small business with some of the savings you have before. So you open an account and every month you left $200. Every month you left $200. After 1 year, bank say, I'm working with you, I'm saving with you. This is my balance, you know it, and you see my financial flow. Having this plan for business. So I want to invest. So I need loan.
Okay.
So the bank also help you with an investment plan, not only to give you the loan. They got department that advise you.
Okay.
Even in the world, they have investment bank. Yeah, you can invest through banks. There are some countries that have investment bank and they help you grow. Last night I was testing the real Kipama life with the master class. We're discussing it already. It's kind of open. That's one of the things such institutions will be doing because they're going to be around us while people are into agriculture activities, right? Do you know a farmer can be a very rich person if he have more land and grow more, use technology and bring more money because he'll sell more product to the market. And we see a farmer car one day, they say, oh, you change the life very constant like farmer is a poor person. No, it's really most of them farmers, they're not poor. No, they're not. So the bank can be that draft behind the process.
Okay.
So yes, I agree with it's a yes that and it's a more than yes. The bank should help. In fact, the bank is the very government. You save money with the bank, you do business, and the bank gets more money for interest. The bank loan money to the government, and the government feel projects. the rules. Have you not heard that African Development Bank gave like people a amount of millions?
I've heard that.
Good. I think they're getting the money. It's for the investors, it's for the business people that can do business with the bank. So the bank get money from us, and they give the money to the government going to do development project, and government pay back with interest too.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, government pay. Government is not a certain thing or a certain place that as soon as he gets there, then money get flow. Like you see TU, some will think this is TU, so I just want you I can get it money. Then no, I just want this. No, there are managements, a lot of things happening to get money coming. There are a lot of schools, a lot of hustle, a lot of businesses, a lot of things. So the government is the government make ways to get money.
Yeah.
They manage the resources. They collect taxes. Business people, they got a lot of business people are safe because when the business start to close, where will the money come from? Who will pay the taxes? That's why when you see a business person, you should protect them as a liability because when they start to go out of business, there will be no taxes. No taxes. We can pay teachers. We can pay jail doesn't nurses. So when you get sick, they can take care of the person. The hospital will close. The schools will close. Who will teach where you can pay them? You don't have TU because TU money comes from taxpayer money, and taxpayer are business people. So you see the connection.
Yeah.
So and also the bank will close school. When you librarian or all of us go to take money from the bank and don't do well with the money, and the money spoil, we didn't invest it well, and we can't pay back the rest of the in prison. How we even eat the business for the bank close and the government can fee you in prison? But you know you told yourself you have to close the government down. But you forgot you have to close the government down. So when I heard that even total closing Liberia, I was not really happy. We don't understand these things. When I hear one business is closing the country, you should be scared. It's a bad signal. If you listen to Mr. Gafar recently, he said the Liberian economy go over the period of 5%. It means in everything we do, 5% of that, we have extended 5% of everything we do. Out of that 100 we do, we have extended 5%. So if we're collecting 1.2 billion, we have grown. Even our 10 entities doing business in Liberia paying taxes plus all concessions, in always 5% of it. If you do the math, you know what I mean. These are things that we young people should be understanding. There's money and prosperity in business, not in the little politics. Handouts can be put in politics. Small jobs, that just give us our day-to-day, but real wealth growing, real prosperity can be found in business. So the bank remain, it should be a real cornerstone now. Because you have the Liberian government, you have any government. If you go to other countries, Valerie, after they show you do the research by asking how financial institution help certain countries grow in hostility, you see the answers. They will tell you how to change it. I saw development bank, investment bank in Ghana. And I look at that bank and it means if I have cash saved in the bank, in EcoBank, I can take the money to the guys and they will show me the different investments. And I can choose which one they invest in. Pay to me. Because the investment advisor, someone will teach you business everything. So real money, they don't win business themselves. They take the money, invest in other businesses. They take the money, invest in banks. They buy share.
Yes.
So they make profit on how much they put. So if you bought 5% share, that's the kind of profit you make after the business make profit. Some of them make fixed profit. That is every period. This is the exact amount of your share will come from your money will come from. Some of them you take the risks. And the more risk you take, the more likely for you to succeed. But also to the minimum risk taker. I take risk in one business. So after the someone to ask me, maybe in March, but I'm still running business again. But if I close my door, I just save money. So you take risks. So the bank also take by giving you money. So why should we say the bank should help us succeed? You should also help the bank succeed well.
For the issue of banks in Liberia giving money to business people, the issue of the collateral and the interest, they are high. That's one of the reasons you don't see many people taking loans.
Yeah. So when I was speaking initially, I spoke about debt trap and I spoke about high interest. So that is where government comes in. They are the policy maker. They are regulating. The central bank is regulating the commercial banks. So when we complain as people and send the communication through our leaders, it is when these things can be looked at and they can be talked about, it can be changed. I agree with that. The percentage also, the killing us of who want to do business. And the bank will more to others to give them money. I know they have some trust issues. I'm not being exact, I'm just discussing this. But percentage gotta be discussed. And some of the protocol assigned or attached to these procedures that are being used. But we have to look at them. We got to take our attention from only the politics and look at the economy, because it's where we stand a chance to succeed. It's a small government we have. Everybody cannot work there, but everybody have something they can do to succeed in their own way. So I like that question, Valerie. Financial institutions should they are key players in our chance to succeed in life. But we also have a major responsibility. We have a major responsibility. I think you guys are what's call on this thing. We have a major responsibility to ensure that we actually do well with this. I think he's careful. Okay.
Needs to call these banks to order, at least so they can reduce their collateral and interest rate.
Come again?
I said the government of Liberia needs to call these banks together so they can at least reduce their collateral and interest rate, so people can be able to go for loans and start business.
I agree. We also have to be careful that we don't bring them down, because the bank is a business and they are charity.
Sure, sure, sure. So thank you. Let's look at national development. How can saving and investment contribute to that?
In so much.
Okay.
Why are we not developing money in Ghana? Why are we not developing money in Cote d'Ivoire? Besides poor decision making, that will be in. But then look at the availability of, let's say, our street financially. How many investment do we have in Nigeria? It still go back to even how many jobs in the market.
Sure.
So if we have big investments, like what is happening in Cote d'Ivoire and other countries around, big investment would have serious development. I'll break it down for you. For example, investment can promote development. Development is just an advancement, it's not just about you think about we have development, you think about the real construction that you say no, not at all. It's about even our personal lives. The development could be I came from one stage from being a student, I graduated, I'm a well disciplined person in career, and the next thing you know, I was able to get a job, and now I can live a certain life that I see as a very successful life. That's development. But then it can come as a result of investment. So let me give you an example. MOPB is shipping oil, that palm oil, the raw one in tanks. Last night I saw them going to the port. That oil is going to Cote d'Ivoire and maybe Europe. They're also shipping rubber. But then look at the oil. Do you know how many things are produced from rubber for oil, Valerie? That oil comes back in your chocolate you eat, and I know your lady love chocolate. It comes back in the grease, the cream, the body lotions, even the kind of comes by in other items. So you want to imagine the kind of factory that producing those different things. So one oil is one liquid oil, just that palm oil, have many things to get produced. It means a different factory will produce different things. So it means that different jobs opportunity in those factories. So what if forget our population, forget but the father is originated from here, right? So what if those investments that produce different things were just right here? Hey, you will not even have the people to work there. You have to bring new people in. We cannot bring people from out of the country that can work for us. because we'll be small for the kind of opportunities that will be around us. Then it goes back to decision makers. Our people are in government. You go back to them. Then why you should be questioning them. Down when they don't give you some money, then you say they feel no. But these are high class conversation that nobody is having. And when I saw that you were not allowed to have the engagement, I was excited. I say, I'll be very clear about this. And when I have classes with my students, when I came back from school 2022, I had a class called International Political Economy. And in that course, I will tell you why are you poor to the level you poor, and to what level your success can stop. I can tell you for free that somebody is socially engineering your level of success. And every time you see us, everyone celebrating one thing as representing Africa, that's a sign of that we are really, really poor, and we feel that we should be represented by one team at the World Cup. So we can easily, we're not competing as one, we compete as a whole. We just agree to our limitation by saying those kind of things. We African always agree to our limitation. Yes, in the different way we don't even know. And Morocco coach said we're not representing Africa in Morocco. Yeah, I like that. Which European country was saying this team representing Europe? No, they saw it as individual country. So Morocco in the World Cup at that level was for Morocco, not for all African, nothing. Do not have behind your lazy country that is not going to work out and want to say you celebrate somebody. No. You can have a team and like your team. That's a choice, but don't say they represent Africa. No, that's being lazy. Do well to go there too. And so it comes back to this. If you look at all the now, what the companies are here, Valerie, it gives all opportunities, right? Do you know the individual who work there, beside jobs, there are individuals who will be innovative, create other businesses as a result of those investments. They will now build homes, beautiful homes that will be electrified. Then the children will go to good schools, and the schools will upgrade because more wonderful people children are coming to your school. You now have your school there again. You want to improve your school because now all your children coming to your school. You not overlook them. In fact, government will be afraid of us, we the citizens. Government will be knowing that they're representing people who know what they want. And our government will not, you don't have to push them to be accountable because they're afraid that we are dealing with people who know what they want from us. So when you want to go to government, in fact, they won't want to go to government job anymore. Want more money in the private sector. People who go, I've been going to America, but I talk to friends. My dad told me that if you enter the US, sometimes you just see hiring. Those who they can confirm this. But don't hiring, that's also private entities, businesses. So all of the money you must want to run to America now is from individual to employ us. It's not for the government of America to employ us. So when those factories and those companies were here as investment that you're talking about, there will be a lot of advancement in lives. Do you know how many taxes they'll pay to our government to build the roads? The government have to borrow money from IMF, the World Bank again to build our roads. Then you must take a drive tomorrow with a helic. It also means we can have our own cars. It means government can build railroads to have electronic train. So it will take you 5 hours to Monrovia, 4 hours to Monrovia using when they build one class in Greenwich to Buchanan. So it means you can even be in Maryland working and I don't have to struggle for librarian who are qualified to kind of teach you the job here because they can easily go see the family back. So you see how it's different connected. There goes back to what they're doing there. So you get chocolate factory here. You got cream and body lotion factories. Oh my God, you have different things. Then Liberian will start going for different discipline, technical skills. They will not want to just be the business management alone. They don't want to be the only just mere agriculture. People will even subcontract the company. They will start doing other things. For example, when TU was established, it was when people started build houses around here for rented. So TU brought that drive. So that economic empowerment drive came from the TU here. People build tea shops around here. People start to even the land here even now expensive for that. If you go to Plibo is probably left in a harbor. Do you know why? Because of the small activity that going on. People from Grand Crew from GFI comes to Plibo to meet and do businesses because of the concessions, those companies' activities that are there. You know, so imagine if they were like that on a higher level. So our policy makers need to come out together and say, it's not just our CRC giving 100 people some kind of financial aid to come in and hey, it's okay, but we don't get a land so benefit. It should be opportunity for life. And do you even know government herself can bring the kind of investment? and say produce those things here and sell it out to the rest of the country around us. We will not be able to consume all. Now, mind you, now you hear about foreign reserve, right? You can hear about foreign currency. Do you know our currency will be stronger when people will need Liberia to buy things in Liberia? So when a guy in Argos will need to buy something in Liberia using Liberian dollar, he have to look for it. So our money becomes scarce for him. So when you see a Liberian with Liberian dollar, you buy high rate. So our money gets on the international forex. People start to change our money. That's why the USD is so accepted because everybody enter with the American market. So when they won't mess with you, they close it or they say we don't do business with you again. That's the power of the US dollars. Everybody want to save in the US, everyone have money in US dollar. So that's the kind of development investment can bring to us, both the country at the macro level and the micro level as well. And even a very household, yeah, individual level, yeah. Sorry, I'm not getting you.
Young people in investment. Why should young people start investing and saving early?
Um, Not everyone will even.
Okay.
We need buyers. Okay, just kidding. Yes, but young people should be more into understanding economy and let's zoom, let's look at saving. Don't eat all you collect. Don't eat everything you. There will be wet days. There will be rainy days. Save for the rainy days. Uh, when you have money, put it aside and think. Money comes with certain spirit, my dear. When you come, you want to spend it. That's the part of it I want to leave you. So when you come, put it aside and think what you want to do. For those of you who have find yourself in certain places that money you can use money work for you, and you having the chance to get look, some of the young boys here can get real good money. I know some young people who are collected $1,000 from lawmakers, $500 from all our family members. The gentleman go and make a shop. The ladies go and just want to have a new hair all the time. But do you know women got chances of business? If you look around Maryland right now, most of the entrepreneurs, I think the statistic may be right or wrong, but so to speak, women are more involved in entrepreneurship than men. Recently, I was thinking about that because when I try to empower the maintenance staff at TU, I was worried about the men. What would they invest in? But the women, I could easily get to know what they can invest in because they are already trading certain things. Someone is selling their cold water, someone are selling coal, someone are doing different things. So yeah, young people should be able to invest in some things and learn it. You don't have to be big money to start to invest. You can start. So I'm not getting you. Okay.
We have one of TU students who is studying in diaspora and he wants to join. I think he's here now.
And until you
Welcome,
graduate,
Miss
not until you do
Oplo,
anymore.
or one of TU graduates, TU alumni. Welcome, sir.
Eh,
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still a student at Total University. Anyway, Honorable Vice President, I still reading electrical engineering at Total University.
I'll look for your classes at Thomas Solo. It's good
So
to see
see,
you, Solo. I
thank you
admire the
very
fact that you
much.
always following events back home. Let me say thank you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And let me say thank you. I've been following the show yesterday when you Honorable Jewel was online at Harper Radio, and
Oh yeah.
I also appreciate the day schools. And let me say thank you for bringing this topic up because it's one thing that I experienced personally on this side, and I think this discussion should be like circulating on all the radio stations in Harvard because it's one of the major things that we lack as Liberian. We can draw money to drink alcohol, but the issue of drawing money to do business is something
Oh
that
yeah.
we hardly find in Liberia. And the perception that
Absolutely.
many Liberians have is that we want to keep money. Like I have a business idea, the business idea need 50,000, so I want to save money to reach that 50,000 before I start out that business. So one of my experience I got from being in India is that you can you can have a big business goal, but you need to start from somewhere. So if you have a 50,000 business goal, I mean you can partnership with somebody, and then your income or your profit from that partnership you can be using it to build. But to keep money in banks and waiting to do for the big show is something that I mean you will not achieve your goal. And another thing that I see in India is that people we have all the things that I'm seeing in India here, but the issue of packaging is one thing that we lack in Liberia. I'm seeing currently in most of our people doing packaging. I got surprised to see momoe, as we call it in Liberia, momoe all be packaged in India. I see Momo putting plastic, dry body, and all in plastic here. Pamoto in cans. And I'm like, wow. But we don't have the idea. Everybody doing this thing, doing the same business, the same way. So it will not encourage anybody. And then it will not even send our name out there to other people. So I think this discussion is necessary, and our people need to be educated on how they need to start business, more especially through the entrepreneur program at Tottenham University. It's one of the programs that is letting us more on businesses. So I think students need to take advantages of this program and make sure that education director, as you said, education for me, education is not all. Like if you're working, even you vice president, you're working, you're just saving money, you're out doing business. I mean, you will not achieve anything because you have other family expenses. You need profit to be coming in as well to take care of other things. So business is the hub of every nation. And we're having the resources, but we are not high quality like as the people selling coconut outside Liberia. Why we start producing coconut oil? We will create more jobs. So the issue of waiting on government job can be dealt with. We have robots that let the president ban robot from traveling outside Liberia. So if we have these companies coming in, at least we'll have more jobs that our people can do. I mean, Liberia will be a better place for all of us.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yes, I just like the way you put it from the beginning, Solomon. Good to see you again. You're there in India, you're a scholar. And one of the reasons is good that our people should sort of step out. What you're experiencing in India is just one of the reasons I think more young people who have the opportunity to travel out of the country and get exposed to these things. So one thing I know about Liberia, we are good in learning quick. One place we have issue is bringing it back to our country, but we should challenge that part of us and do well. And you talk about packaging, and we back to business. Those are some of the value added when it comes to business. I always told people when I bought this shirt, $5. Pay 50 cents to stay in the hotel. I want to buy it. Like 5 cents. I transferred it for 1 hour. I said after cent. So my total expenditure is after cent. I said it $7. So I make a or I said $8. I make one after or $2. That's not entrepreneurship sometimes. Because entrepreneurship is about innovation, it's about creativity. But what if I look at you, so you have a very big apple farm. I always use the example, and so your children will don't have to buy apple again. Well, I want to do business. How can I buy the apple for you most and sell it back to your children? There were value added comes in. And that means I have the ability to turn the apple into juice and have a package. And your kids will cry to come to my place to buy the juice. So you have apple plantation now buying it from me again. So this is South Asian takes me right there. I give you money to buy the apple juice, you supply me, my factory turn it into a juice and package it, and then you and your kids can come buy from me on a holiday again. So you're right about value added. It's very important for you. Even I mentioned before you came on the show, I mentioned the issue of customer taste. So we speaking of business people are already into business. Customer taste. Liberian business, you got to do better. You can succeed. You can succeed. You can sustain your business. You can grow your businesses. You can get successful. You can get wealthy. But don't just have the idea that business is just to make you get daily bread. If you think that's how it's gonna be, they say so I meant it, so it is. Most of our businesses around our country only for us to just sustain ourselves. They're not thinking that they can do more, that they can even become employers, you know. And there are also people who have money, real money in this country, Liberians who have real money, but the money in the bank. They are thinking, oh, they put the money, they don't have the time to take care of the money, but no one to trust with the money. So the same problem the bank have is the same problem many people who have money have. We have to go away from blaming others and first take responsibilities. And then when they fail us, a lot of time we learn a lot. Something will push others to support us. We have to just, because you know that poor people complain too much. One of the factors of poverty is complaining, complaining, complaining. When you stop complaining, you start to see some way out. Every time you complain too much, you close your eyes. You must say, don't have it. We didn't have it yesterday. So, no, you went to India. I saw your struggle. If you're going to sit in happen and complain about jobs and other things, I saw how you push. I saw that. I know the test you went through in Ghana. But I know how much you push to go to where you are. You think you're failing life, you're not going to fail. Because you made effort, you forget about complaining, you did a lot of things. How many of us will do this thing? So my late brother Diago is in India asking when I was trying to go to school how much I went through. Yeah, some days I used to be driving like I'm looking in front. I say, no, I'll park the car and think. Struggle can make you stressed, but at that time when I complain about just moving equipment, sometimes you can be stressed or you can't see clearly from. So when I see people today, I say, you think you got issues? So if we want to do well for ourselves, we gotta stop complaining and see how we can build a river links. Some places you gotta go reconcile and find a way out, my brother. Not that you hold you back. Another attribute of poverty, the proud spirit. God even let people like PRD. God is said has supposed to he let people like that. Proud spirit. He's so sentimental, you're so proud. And you wake up with what is supporting your pride? You ain't got money, you ain't educated, you ain't got a rich family. So what's sponsoring your pride? Why should I allow myself have that kind of proud spirit that can loosen up to get around other friends, to learn from them? Oh, then I use the opportunity created by Mark Zuckerberg to publish my ego. And I think I'm doing well. Oh, we know, yeah, you make yourself ugly, my dear brother. Make yourself people to be afraid of you. And some good people are looking who you don't know should be an opportunity for you to say, no, I can't do business with that guy. Even we are setting a position to do employment. These are the things we look at today. These are requirements. So once upon a time, when he need Lauren Buble had one show, so you remember the show, changing minds and attitude.
Yeah, changing my changing attitude.
It can't be overemphasized. It's something that we need to keep talking about. Yeah, I like what you said. And actually, what you see in India, we also still have. I told people government should build an enabling environment, but government doesn't build an economy. We the people build the economy, but it should create the enabling environment solo. So I can support you so that you become president. So that I will tell you, you feel later when I remain the same talents that campaign for you. If I'm campaign for you today and just remain the same talents, I will not tell you feel because sometimes to help me, I gotta be ready and prepare for it. What have I been doing to be ready? So before you go beyond certain great people, you should have that space to absorb opportunities that will be existing. When you're not prepared, it's not opportunity. When you come, you're not prepared, not opportunity. Then a young man, so my man, congratulations. We're on the show about Dell High School, and thank you again for always following all the coverage event in Maryland. I'm so happy to see that. Last night I saw you on one of the shows around. I said, yeah, I saw the video keep almost in the morning, and I was excited about that.
Yeah, Darrell, like for me being here is I can usually tell people it's an academic praising because most of the activities that we were engaged in, like, it's not possible on this side. So I just sit during my free time, and the time varies between Liberia and India. So most often in the evening hour when I'm free is morning hour in Liberia. So I just follow the shows and what of it because like campus politics we're doing it at Tottenham University. It's not here. It's not that there are no frauds at the university here in India. There are many frauds at the university in India, but you cannot speak to it. But when you're an international student, you just come to study and move on. And there's no student government here as well. So we just pack one quarter. So it's not easy. So we just use our time, free time to partake in every show that we can in Liberia and let our people know that Liberia is not what we think Liberia is. Liberia is even better to some extent than India.
That's true. I saw in other countries as well. Liberia is far better than certain places. Mr. Yima, you're right about that. What we need to do as people, we gotta be disciplined. And when you discipline, it goes back to the finance we're talking about. It goes back to our different way of interacting. Sometimes our reactions towards things, yeah, it makes every sort of the tension in the country is too high. The stress level is getting high. People will get sick for no reason. Uh, People are overreacting to things. I can tell my fellow Liberians, we are not the only one going through a lot. Okay, there are so many places people went through a lot. I'm not saying we should go through bad things. What I'm saying is that we should always think that we always have problems. We have problems, and we always have problems. What we can do with the problem is what matter how we react to the problem is what's defined. And are we trying to solve this problem, or are we creating more problem out of existing problem? You understand? And for me, I'm interested into the economy. I'm interested in the financial market because alone, prefer economic power than the political power. I mean, tell you, great man. I want economic power. I don't want political power. I want economic power. The economic power in some way sometimes direct the political power. You know that one. Yeah,
So
yeah. So we get economic power, you can easily get political power. Look at the likes of Benina, you all these guys. They have a lot of money, and even you look around it, if you go back to the US, I follow the US politics a lot. They are big guys who control that whole thing. Yeah, you can't hear the name too much, but they have the money. Their families are wealthy people, my man. You look at Wall Street, all the guys are wealthy in the economy, but they are politicians, but you don't see them too much into the active politics, but they play the politics behind the scene. They direct the economy. The government needs the economy to function for the people to survive. And the wealthy guys, the owner of the economy are the busy people. So the government need you. The government comes to you to negotiate. So all I can say to our people at the lowest level, you can start building something for yourself. And like you said, I would like to honor this thing you said that this topic, Valerie, can be a topic that we'll all come out to talk about, and we can draw from current events, what happened in the community, so we can come. We can even be homes and talk about it. We don't have to come to the studio. Like what we're doing now, we can discuss those things. We'll continue to create a kind of awareness and enlightenment. People will change, and there are some of them who did business right now solo, but they're feeling themselves not because the business not doing well, but because they're not doing well with the management of the money. Yeah. If you look around, sometimes we get early shortage in the Liberian market or in the Meridian market, no Liberian dollars, because of people not saving the money in the bank. People save the money in the rooms. Why if someone bust the room, bust the door, take all the money? So that's risks, and it's not even good for our circulation. Money should circulate. You also observe that all of these social clubs and what they do is they need to get the money to the bank. And you look at those that are doing business, most of them don't have bank accounts, so the money easily can be mismanaged. They don't do better bookkeeping. They just collect cash every day, and when some money in the hand, they send for goods again. They don't know how much they made, how much went in trouble, all that kind of stuff. No, I know how people are struggling, but we still got to kind of hard on them. And the only way they will do well, it will keep them in a sympathetic position. They will keep being at charity level. Yeah, we have to change that. Yeah, and challenge ourselves.
We are almost at the end of this program, so we want maybe the way Mr. Blow is on the line, he can contribute to Mr. Kume. We want to know what are some of the financial habits should students develop.
I will let the leader also know to come in. He say in school.
Financial habits.
So yes, as student, during my days at Tubman University, there are many financial habits that are understand from students. You know, many of the students on campus sometimes the main thing that sits well on most of the campus in around Liberia is the issue of peer pressure. And I think it's one reason in most of the schools in India, yeah, students are at the university are still wearing uniforms because the issue of peer pressure, more especially with the girls. Like you wear one clothes like 2 times in a week with certain handbags. People take your picture and post it online. So you see students who have a very, very low income or are not working at all with which put themselves to the world, do a lot of stuff that is not acceptable for them to do just to meet up with these campus self demands that are popular with their friends. And it's bad. You thought some people then that iPhone is one of the things usually sometimes when I run director those office, I can usually joke some of them. How will you come for $45 or $50 financial aid and you're owing iPhone 17 Pro Max? I mean, so you can be asking for financial aid and then you put in Apple 13 Pro Max on director those table. Then when you shout at you, you say may get problem. I mean, so the issue of we managing our resources at the university level is something that none of the student on vacation. Some students don't have the 40% honestly to pay to kick off the semester. But the issue of just spending vacation in Maryland County is another provoke by itself. So you find student paying $10,000 that is even equivalent to the 40% to just go muscle battles to go hustle. I mean, you go muscle battle to go hustle. One of the problems that Honorable Jury usually have, sometimes when we visit him muscle battle, he's like, you have money, what did you bring here? So you cannot spend $10,000 hoping that you will get money back when you didn't get money back. So that $10,000 you can have it in Maryland County and go. The issue of muscle battle, going to muscle battle is another thing that students are spending on in Maryland. Some students are attend vacation school because they want to be in the first in muscle battle. Some students rather vacation school will be running to muscle battle because of the 26, and then they will spend more on the 26, then they will come back on campus. They want it to be having financial aid or stuff and things like that. So when students really plan their study goals, sometimes you just forget about what people will say. I mean, some of them coming to the campus, people call all our names, but some people say we are poor. Yes, we agree that we are poor, but we're aiming at a higher height. And the way we conduct ourselves, let me make this clear that you see, student politics on campus is another way of good thing, but somehow the way students get it mixed up. If you, like for example, if Director Kuman does something to me and through the student struggle, I corrected him. I said this one is not correct. Me and Director Kuman is now an enemy. There are many times. Let me use myself as an example. There are many times I protested against administration at Tubman University. To some extent, people can look at me and come and protest can come. But when time for me arises, I will go back to the meaning. Like only one person that I taught me in the university that I had a dying need and a dynamic job. And I can always tell students that I had I received a serious recommendation from the Dean of Engineering College to go and lecture at the Glencoe Technical College. Mr. Batman denied me because I protested against him. I want to rival against him. So these are some of the struggles that students face. And I mean, so if we will manage our resources and act according to students, you see professor dressing, you want to dress a professor, you see other students dressing, you want to dress the other student. It's not necessary because everybody don't have the same income. So you find most students going on the contrary because they want to satisfy the social space of the campus. And it is not good. So at the end of the day, you find people then protesting, you find people asking for financial aid, like way down to $45 sometimes it's crazy.
Okay, that's
So
good.
the man is talking social economics now.
Sure.
Social economics. That's our behavior, uh, ethics, and norms influence our economic activity. So, Nima, and I started saying those things from the beginning. Um, why is this may develop competition our young men and women created among themselves that is training them too much? Um, you cannot start to adapt your expenditure that you're not earning the kind of money you're spending. And so that's not good. So At this point, these are the kind of things that affect our different economic activity in the country. And it's over. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kuman. So we have exhausted our time, but the
Yeah, it
topic
was
is
very long.
interesting. So, is there any question that we didn't ask you? If none, then would you please say your parting statement?
Well, I'd like to thank you, Valerie and Quitty, for hosting me on this platform, and it was a fun topic to discuss. And like I said, I take the recommendation to you from Mr. Nyima, Solomon Nyima, a junior brother who is studying in India, and so that we can continue to roll this out. And also, Solo, thanks for joining us. You actually sparked the conversation up. And I thank the Dean of the College of Business for the innovation to have us keeping the community informed about different things. And I hope more people can start to be a part of this. And I'd like to say thank you to all of you, the Business College and the Tubman University as a whole. And happy 26.
And thank you to Mr. Solo Blow who has joined us. And Mr. Blow, please can you give a parting statement from India for leaving our program?
Let me begin by saying thanks to the administration of Dr. Olumide. I saw a kind gesture to the low earnings at Tubman University for the 26th, and a big thumbs up to the College of Management. I saw the dedication of computer and lab and flash screen television that will be used for programs for the student benefits. And from my end, I want to say thank you to the Tubman University. You know, sometimes we will not value what we have except we into something different. Like all the students from Tubman University that came India, uh, graduated with honor and went back to Liberia. So, and we are on the same path. Our grades are good, and because we had a foundation from Tubman University that was built. So we want to say thanks to Tubman University for imparting such a knowledge in us that we can display on the international stage. And thank you to Victor Kuti, thank you to you in studio for having me, and I'm honored to be part of the show and speak to our people back home. Thank you.
So now to say thanks to our listening audience who have been with us from 2 o'clock. It's almost 4. A very big thanks to the best dean. I want to say one of the best deans, but I would say the best dean in all of the 6 colleges, Dr. Tukudani Benson. Dr. Benson, thank you so much for making sure that this program is heard every Wednesday. Thank you so much. But for today, this is the last day for this semester for this program. We have some of our guests who will be traveling, so I don't think we'll have people for this show till next semester. But probably next semester, we hope to have this program 2 to 3 times for the betterment of our audience. Thanks so much to everyone who has been listening. Thanks to Mr. Victor Quitty for this new initiative. This program has been one of the best programs so far, and this new software Victor is trying to bring is so good. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for always being around. Thanks to Mr. Kume for honoring our invitation and speaking on this great topic, building prosperity through saving, investing, and planning ahead. Thank you all. Do have yourself a blessed day.
With the midnight groove. Oh, this blue suit blues. It's all I can feel. A melody deep. So smooth and so real. In the still of the night. It's where I belong.
Introducing Suku Express, shipping from the USA to Liberia, offering pickup services from Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, and New York. Suku Express is very reliable, efficient, trustworthy, and seamless. U.S. warehouse and loading dock is at 54101 Tacony Street, Philadelphia, PA 19137. Contact 267-987-6821 or 267-437-6463. Then in Liberia, Art Dry Rice Market, Bannersville Road. Contact 0775-245-666 or 0555-594-53.
Hey, this is Grace, the CEO of the founder Suku Express. Parcel your stuff good, valuable stuff goes in a plastic barrel. You gotta shrink wrap, you lock the barrel, you gotta shrink wrap the barrel, protect your stuff. Boxes, useful, use shoes. Any box smaller than me, I can't ship it.
With Suku Express, your worries are over. Ship with confidence and ease. Thanks for doing businesses with Suku Express.
Hi, my name is Theophilus Julipan Nelson I. I am the founder and CEO of Lift Africa LLC. Lift Africa started as an employment agency that sought the employment of immigrants coming to the U.S. and finding ways and means to go to start life in this great your country. Now we have added airport pickups and drop, car rental, hall rental. As you see, we have a new business location. Started with just a little office part, but today we have a whole complex that we can do a lot of stuff with.
Hello everyone, my name is Geneva Kreitz. I'm the Executive Administrator of Uplift Africa. We have an excellent employment rate at our company. We work with and for you regardless of your situation. If you've ever been in prison, maybe your background isn't great, do not worry. We have a place for you here. We believe in equal opportunity for everyone, especially you. So sign up today and begin earning.
My name is Emmanuel B. Horton, Operational Director for Live Africa. Live Africa is the place to be.